Hey guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Rickon the Bard, and in today's video we will continue on to Chapter 2. The Dual Dungeon. This story is from the popular manhwa, Solo Leveling, by Chu-Gong Nim. This video contains spoilers from the light novel as well as some images from the manhwa and other sources. Attention! Disclaimer notice. Before we start, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications for new videos. Thank you and let the adventure continue. Everything now depended on Jin-Woo's decision. Jin-Woo's fingers grasped tight the rank E magic crystal in his hand as he took a glance next to him. Yi Ju-wei was shaking her head at him. However, Jin-Woo had a younger sister who was about to become a university student in the coming months. Right now, every cent was precious to him. I vote to go ahead. Part 2. The Dual Dungeon. The passageway went on and on forever. In front, Mr. Song and other strong hunters had taken the lead. Song had summoned a small flame on top of his palm to illuminate the way forward. We've walked really far, haven't we? Shouldn't we consider the time we need to escape from here as well? How long have we been walking? Kim looked at his wristwatch. Around 40 minutes. A gate shuts down completely 1 hour after the boss is killed, so we have a window of 20 minutes left or so. If we can't see the boss in the next 20 minutes, I suggest that we should just give up. I guess so. Mr. Kim, it's dark out in front, so why don't you position yourself behind me? The very back of the group was the spot reserved for Jin-Woo, who was injured pretty badly not too long ago, and Yi Ju-wei, who didn't possess any combat skills whatsoever. Pardon me, I'm really sorry. About what? About, dragging you here against your wishes. I'm fine with it, so you don't need to mind me. Jin-Woo cautiously studied Ju-Hui's expression. She definitely did not look fine at all. Are you really fine? Of course I'm not. Are you of a sane mind? If you were stabbed a couple of inches higher, you'd have a hole in your heart by now. And what about those injuries on your arms and legs? I worked so hard to heal you somehow, yet you wish to throw yourself into yet another dungeon. Plus, you don't even know where we're going, too. She spoke so quickly that Jin-Woo felt like his mind was getting numb from hearing her. However, she was right about everything. If it weren't for the presence of the outstanding B-rank healer, Yi Ju-wei, Jin-Woo wouldn't have been able to carry on living unaffected, never mind working as a hunter. It was a small wonder why such high-ranked and hard-to-find healers were valued so greatly within the halls of the association. Wait, now that I think about it, I owe Miss Ju-wei a lot, don't I? Ju-wei was a healer-type hunter, a rarest of the rare breeds. Not only that, she was a genius ranked at B as well. The association always asked her to heal the injured hunters whenever a gate opened up. And whenever Jin-Woo participated in a raid, he'd almost always end up sitting down next to her. You're really sorry. Yes, I am. Ju-wei fell into a deep contemplation for a bit, before she began gazing at him with the corner of her eyes and her lips slowly arched up. If you're really sorry, then, how about you buy me dinner sometime? When Jin-Woo hesitated with his answer, Ju-Hui's cheeks began puffing up like a balloon. What the? You don't want to buy me dinner? We found it. It's the boss chamber. They found a huge stone door blocking the passage. What is this? Why is there a door at the end of the cavern? Have we ever encountered a boss chamber with a door before? This is definitely the first time, I'm sure of it. Doesn't this feel strangely dangerous? Hunters began to express their doubts and fears one at the time. Since their own lives were on the line here, they had to be cautious and meticulous. However, if one were to become too cautious, one would end up failing to grasp the heaven-sent opportunity in the first place. Mr. Song figured this was one such case. Are you all planning to return empty-handed after coming this far? If that's what you want, knock yourselves out. I'm pushing ahead, even if it means I'll be going alone. Song was a rank C hunter with 10 years of experience. If it weren't for his age, which was over 60, he'd be making a killing in a big guild by now thanks to his excellent skills. Wait a minute, I heard that there are incredible treasures hidden within dual dungeons. Yeah, I heard that a certain small to medium guild found a dual dungeon and grew into a large guild almost overnight. Monsters inside a dungeon always possess roughly the similar ranks no matter where they are located, so the hunt itself should not be too difficult. What if there were incredible treasures hidden with the dual dungeon just as the rumors said, and the monsters beyond this door were about the same difficulty as the rank D to E creatures they fought until now? I can't let that old man monopolize all the treasure. No freaking way. Postnatal care, the school fee for the firstborn kid, and let's not forget, this month's rent is almost due, too. The opinions of the hunters were now on the same page. I can't return home with just a single rank E magic crystal. At a bare minimum, I gotta kill a rank D, no, one more rank E monster. Treasures or rare loot found in a dungeon would normally be divided equally among all the participants in a raid. It was quite a different way of sharing the rewards where one could only take possession of magic crystals one procured by themselves. If we score big today, then things might improve at home for a while. Is that how the expression of someone who's a hunter is a hobby looks like, who'd bet their lives in their main line of profession nowadays? Unless it's a hobby, obviously. Just as a dumbfounded expression formed on Ju Hui's face, Song pushed the dungeon's door. There must have been some sort of mechanism installed on the heavy-looking door, since the physical strength of a 60-year-old man was enough to easily open it. Slam. Now that the door was wide open, the huge open interior revealed itself. Hunters hurriedly rushed in. Let's go in as well. As soon as hunters sat foot inside, flames erupted on the numerous torches packed tightly on the walls all at the same time. Thanks to that, the interior brightened up considerably. What the heck? The lights came on by themselves. First time seeing a dungeon like this one. Something's different about this place. Hunters cautiously studied their surroundings. The overall atmosphere of the place was similar to that of an ancient temple. Not only that, an old and somewhat decrepit temple, something that might be buried and hidden beneath the ground. It's a bit creepy in here, isn't it? Doesn't it feel like we're being watched by someone? Leaving behind the scared hunters, the four strongest of the group went in deeper. Tisk. Don't say something that might jinx us, will ya? Let's end this quickly and go home. The interior was nonsensically huge. The chamber was shaped like a giant dome. It was as large as several Olympic stadiums. That thing over there. No freaking way. That thing's the boss, right? In the deepest part of the dome, something so logic-defyingly humongous sat on a throne just as big as itself. It was none other than a huge stone statue of a god. Shocked gasps leaked out from the hunters. The first image popping up in Jin-Woo's head was of the Statue of Liberty in New York. If that statue sat down on a chair, wouldn't it be as big as that statue of the unknown god? No, hang on. Maybe it's even bigger than that. Hunters began nervously swallowing their saliva near the foot of the god statue. The taut and heavy apprehension and anxiety were clear to see on their faces as they worried about this statue being the dungeon's boss. However, the statue did not budge an inch. Even Song spat out a sigh of relief. Okay, everyone, spread out. I don't think there's a single monster in here. You think so, too? Never mind a monster, I can't even see a single bug, too. The chamber of the stone god statue might have been massive, yet its actual inner structure was on the simpler side. On the walls, countless torches could be found there. And in front of these walls, more stone statues, slightly taller than a human being, stood tall and unmoving. There were lots of them here as well, found at a certain distance from one another. They are all rather beautiful, aren't they? It's like they are works of art. No. Objects held by each of the stone statues were varied and different. Some held weapons, there was one with a book, some carried musical instruments, and even torches. It's as if they are like statues of a holy temple or something. Isn't this a magic formation? Song found a magic formation that he had never seen before located in the middle of this temple. Excuse me, Mr. Song. A juicy, something's written here. Can you come over here and take a look? One of the hunters discovered a statue that was different from others and called out to Song. Song stopped studying the magic formation and got up from the floor. Other hunters all gathered around the statue Song was headed off to. Only this statue featured a pair of wings and carried a stone slate. What the hunters focused on was the letters carved into this slate, its rune alphabet. Words that could not be found anywhere on Earth, and found only within dungeons. Only the hunters who had awakened the magic-related professions could decipher them. The laws of the Karutanen Temple. With a deeply nervous face, Jin-Woo listened to the contents of the slate, as read out by Mr. Song. However, someone suddenly tugged at his arm. When he looked back, he spotted Ju Wei and her deathly pale complexion. End of chapter 2. Thank you for watching guys, and I hope to see you again. Next video, chapter 3, God. Shout out to JB and Might Guy. My first commenters.